Hi everyone. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Wafa Ogert. I'm student in English department from Group 7. I hope that you are doing well and I hope that you are safe from the pandemic. The topic of my talk is about media and cultural values. What I would like to do is to present how cultural values shape media and how media shape cultural values. Right, I would like to begin with some definitions of media and culture. Next, I will discuss the propaganda in mass media. Then we come to the role of gatekeeper in media. And finally, the impact of the digital age in media. So let's begin. What is media? Media is a means of communication to influence the people broadly. It is a source which is used to connect and communicate with a large number of people at once. This includes TV, radio, newspaper, internet, magazines, movies, etc. In all this, media is becoming an essential part of social life. On the other hand, according to the Edward Stewart Hall, culture is a communication, and communication is a culture. Culture is symbolic communication. Some of its symbols include a group values, skills, knowledge, attitudes, and motives. And media use own cultural values to create or shape message. And the question here is, how media shape cultural values and how cultural values shape media? Let's look at this in more details. Generally, media affects people in varied ways. Media help us engage with other people around the world. Media is influenced by cultural values by controlling media content. All media are divided from culture, including news, advertisement, entertainment. But cultural values have placed limits and restrictions. For example, free speech, obscenity, religion values. It is not only limitation and restriction that affect mass media and cultural values, but also propaganda. Propaganda is a message that essentially attempts to persuade its audience for ideological, political, or social purposes. Some propaganda is obvious, explicit, and manipulative by distorts the truth by selectives present facts, emotional appeals, caricatures of the enemies. Propaganda is also used in advertising using persuasive strategies that try to influence customers. In addition to this, gatekeeper is another way in which cultural values influence mass communication. So, who are gatekeepers? Gatekeepers are the people who help determine which stories make it to the public. Gatekeepers including reporters, the person who decides what sources to use, editors who pick what gets published and which stories make it to the front page. So, gatekeepers influence culture by deciding what stories are considered newsworthy. Also, gatekeepers deciding some events are important, interesting to the consumer, and gatekeepers use own cultural values to create or shape message, whether consciously or unconsciously. In brief, gatekeepers had an especially strong influence in old media, in which space and time were limited. Today, digital age creates a new context that allows transferring information freely and quickly, and the interactive nature of internet minimizes the gatekeeper function. Also, consumers have a voice by creating, sharing, and controlling media messages. But in this new context, we need to look critically at today's media messages because it becomes a danger to the audience through the fake news, which is misinformation, hoaxes, news or stories created to deliberately misinform or deceive readers. And also, if lies, that is, sophisticated propaganda used to guide public opinion politically, socially, and culturally, contributed to this negative media creativity. So in brief, cultural values is an integral part. So media shape cultural values and cultural values shape media. So this is the end of my video. I hope you like it and don't forget to let me a comment. God bless you and goodbye.